Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Life with Zay. My name is Zay Faith. And y'all over here on Instagram, y'all won't see Devan, but I have Devan over here on Instagram and Facebook. And real quick, y'all, we're going to talk about getting uncomfortable. Hey, Sanja, how you doing? We're going to talk about getting uncomfortable. So as you begin to tune in, definitely let us know where you're watching from. I know, girl, it's been a while. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm currently in Virginia and Devan is in London. But y'all, so I know, okay, so Sandra said, thank you, girl. She said I look beautiful, but she said it's been a while. So yes, it's been a while. I haven't been live in a while because y'all, I have been training and I've been doing a lot of work on myself, not only for self-development, but also like there's a lot of things that we want to do and we want to bring to y'all. So I have been ultimately, studying, training, being coached. I've been coached, learning about myself, doing a lot of personal shadow work and stuff like that. But then also I've been learning how I could bring more value to y'all in the community and the platform. So that's where I've been, Sanja. So in that, I was just talking to Devan, y'all. I have been out of my comfort zone. I've been out of my comfort zone a lot over these past couple weeks, because if you want to grow and get to the next level, you have to do things that are new to you or that that we normally wouldn't do to grow and stretch. So with that being said, y'all, I want to talk about some of the things I have been growing through over the past couple weeks, but then also we're just going to be talking about getting uncomfortable and our experience. So Devan, how you doing before we go more into the content?
Yeah, your audio is kind of choppy.
Is it?
But yeah, it's kind of choppy, but I can gather what you're saying. So yeah, everything's great, and but yeah, today has literally been one of those kind of, this week in particular has been one of those weeks where you really understand what being comfortable, getting uncomfortable is.
Mm-hmm.
And
y'all want to see that?
You can only really get comfortable being uncomfortable when you firstly know what you want. You have a vision of what you want, and now you're doing the steps. You're putting the plans in action towards doing it, and then you're experiencing the ups and downs that come along with that. And so now and then there comes that period where you're adjusting to the things that you never knew was going to come up, but it's still part of the plan,
Mm-hmm.
So like for example, even today, we had our schedule in place, we had our plan, and then something extra pops up.
Yeah.
Or and then it's but it's still helpful, but it's now you gotta be okay with yourself and be in that moment, as you're literally as you're doing the thing that's still gonna help you, but it wasn't what you wanted to do. So and that comes to the fact that we're doing things that we're committed to, and we're not just saying, because we could have easily said, oh, I'm not going to get on this call, or I'm not going to do this thing, and just be all up in our feelings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's we're not, but what we've learned to and kind of embodied more, because we know it's a thing now, is when it comes to going after what you want, amateurs that want to go after their want, operate on their feelings. It's oh no, I just go on it because I feel this is how I feel now, so I'm just gonna go after it. But people the professionals, or even those people the area of their life, they operate on their commitments. So and they operate on the commitments. And if you ask yourself, why not apply stuff that, because this is embedded into the workplace. Let's say, for example, people in their jobs, they're operating on their commitments, whether they know it or not.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
Yeah.
now when you get into like let's say for example like the business world or entrepreneurial world, where you have to take responsibility for yourself, and it's like now the when you operate on your commitments, it's kind of a different story. So now you got to really commit to your commitments. Whereas in like the workplace is like it's not really like a full-on commitment to the commitments. It's just part of that system. So now you got to create your own guarantees. Now you got to create your own system of accountability to yourself, and so like manage your mind around all of that, and be okay with like the ups and downs. Be okay with just be okay with things that's not going as you expect it. You want it to go, but it's going according to what you committed to. Mm-hmm. So.
Well, I mean, I do want to challenge that a little bit, because I like how I agree with you when you said that we are all committed, and we are committed. It's just, are you committed to the things that you want, that's actually in alignment to where you want to go, or are you committed to the thing to mediocrity? So I heard over the past couple weeks, in order to have a transformation or a breakthrough in our life, breakthrough and mediocrity, you can't be mediocre. Like, we can't say, I want this thing over here, but I'm only committed to do the things that I'm used to, or the things that keep me comfortable, or I'm only committed to do the things that aren't going to get me the answer. Like, I know this is not going to get me the way, but I'm just being in my own way and being stubborn with the process, not trusting the process. So we all are committed. So even if, for people who, honestly, at the end of the day, we got to get it how we live, honey. So, no matter what our occupation is, because we are not our jobs, we are not our work. I mean, we do our work. Like, even us, like, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm still my own person. Like, for me, I think a lot of times we do, and this is a whole different conversation, but sometimes we get wrapped up, like, we identify with our work, or, some people, and, I'm not there yet, but some people, I'll use this as an example. A lot of people get lost in relationships because they identify as being a partner versus, like, I am me. I identify as me. But I am in a relationship with this person, or, I'm in relation, whether it's marriage or whatever. But I say all that to say, like, we all are committed because we all have results of something, whether it was unconscious or whether, it wasn't what we really agree with. We all committed to it, with how we showed up and what results we do have. So I did want to say that, but yeah, definitely, being uncomfortable is exactly what it is. And I will say, sometimes, and I like to break things down even for me to understand, but a lot of times we are, some of the things don't feel or seem tangible. But like for me, through doing all this work that I was talking about, like doing, personal development and like learning more about myself, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Something that I've learned about myself is that I am not a super intimate person. Like, of course, I'm romantic, and I'm in a great relationship with my boo. Hey, Tin, how you doing? I'm in a great relationship, but to be honest, like, I can honestly say, and it's something that I am working on, is I had intimacy issues. Like, I can be very open and friendly and outgoing, but when it goes to like getting deep and having a thorough and deep relationship with people, I'm out. and I didn't know that about myself until these past couple weeks. So one way that I have been putting myself in outside of myself and outside of my comfort zone, I'm like, bro, like, I've been living where I live right now for about 3 years now, and I don't know my neighbors. I see them, sometimes we speak, sometimes we don't, and I was like, you know what, like, how am I gonna say, how am I going to say that I want to change and be vulnerable and be more open and be more connected with people on social media, but I'm not willing to do it in every aspect of my life? So over these past couple weeks, I have decided that I am going to push myself and do things that I normally wouldn't do with other people, because part of a breakthrough is being connected with other people. Like, yeah, you can have an internal breakthrough, but to, really push ourselves and get outside of ourselves, we live in a world where human connections is a pillar to our health. And so I had a realization, like, you know what? Every person that I see and I feel, even if it's for like 3 seconds, like, I want this person to know that they matter, right? I know y'all heard my live that I did on You Matter, but let them know that they matter, that I see them, and to really connect with them, even if it's just, I see you, or hi, you know what I mean? I really want to connect and be more intimate with people than just going through the motions or like trying to protect myself, because I'm still unfolding it. I'm still peeling back the onions, but I think part of my intimacy issues has come from me not protecting myself and not wanting to be hurt. But ultimately, by me not going all in on my life and connecting with other people, I'm not really living, because I'm living conditionally, and that's not true living in life. So I say all that to say, one thing that I did over these, a couple days ago, like 2-3 days ago, I decided, like, you know what, I'm gonna get to know 3 neighbors. And again, y'all, I don't know my neighbors. I don't know their names. I see them, sometimes we see, sometimes we don't. But I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to go and just buy them a little gift. And so I'm not gonna lie, I had some help on my gift ideas from some people that I met. And so I bought them like little succulents, the little plants that last kind of forever, right? And I just bought them these cute little mini cards to say, hey, I was like, I'm your neighbor. I know we don't talk, but I really just want to get to know more people in the community. Let's build and grow this community. I'm looking forward to growing a new relationship with you. Let's keep in touch, and let's continue to share love and sharing within the community. And, let's get together, whatever. And it's just so crazy. The same day that I decided to go give out those gifts, one of my neighbors, and this happens all the time, but like, not to this extent, but our mail get mixed up. I don't know how, but she ended up buying lunch that, like, all I did was decide, like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go meet 3 new neighbors that I don't talk to ever, and I'm just gonna introduce myself and give them a gift, just so we can build a new relationship, and I can start to get connected and committed and see people around me. And I decided that. And so while I was getting ready that day, I freaking get a knock on my door, and it's Uber Eats or Instacart, one of the delivery systems. And I look, and I'm like, who ordered food? And so I looked, and I'm like, I bet you this is that neighbor where my stuff has gotten shipped off at her house. So I messaged her. I'm like, hey, did you order food? And she was like, yeah, I did, but you can have it, because I didn't know where it went. So I have another one coming. I just reordered a replacement. And I was like, oh my gosh. So and for me, that meant, because I was so determined and intentional that I am going to go and just give. Like, I didn't, I was like, I'm just going to buy these people a little gift, just to let them know that I see you. I want to get to know you. Before I even left the house, I had a lunch. I had lunch that day. It was by accident, but nothing's by accident. But I had lunch from a neighbor, and so of course I gifted her a succulent and a card. But that was just, I was like, this is like, everything is happening. But then to even top it off, and I'm like, man, I know I am in alignment with what I'm doing, because as soon as I went out, I got the gifts, whatever, I came back home. And this is the first time in my life that I had ever intentionally went out to do something for somebody else. And, I was clear. It was just a beautiful experience. I was so present. I pulled up in my driveway, and as I'm in the car writing on the notes, one neighbor, I've never seen this lady before. she and her husband came up and she was like, hey, they accidentally dropped my groceries off at your house. And I just wanted you to know, like, I'm getting a grocery. But it was just so crazy on the time. And like, I pulled up, I'm over here writing, like not even 2 minutes. I'm writing the note, and then she comes to my car. She's like, hey, I see you in the car. I'm going to go get my groceries off your front porch. Because I didn't even see him. She was like, I just wanted, you to know that that's what I'm doing. And I was like, that is so crazy.
Witness that was interesting.
Right. Oh, yeah. And Devin was on the phone. He saw the whole thing. And so I was like, before you go, can I give you a gift? I was like, this is so crazy. I was just looking for people to connect with in the neighborhood. And as I'm pulling up in the driveway, here you are. You know what I'm saying? Here you are. And I think I'm supposed to do this. So I'm just going to listen to it. And so I met her and her husband, and she shared some things with me, and I was just like, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Like, just opening my heart and being free and loving and connected, and attracting that. Like, I attracted free lunch that day, and I attracted a new friendship. And even her husband, like, in the conversation, he was like, what can I do for you? Like, what do you need? And I'm like, oh my. So if this is what, getting uncomfortable, going out, really focusing on putting other people before myself, is, if this is what this feels like, if this is what this is for, I want to do this every day over and over and over again. Because it's like, I heard this quote, and it said that love is not love until you give it away. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people say, oh, I got so much love, I'm so loving. But are you though? Because love is unconditional, and we are meant to continue to give love away no matter our state. We change our state, and we increase our energy, and open our hearts and give love away, even if we are in a moment. Because this was so much proof that I just said, boom, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it for others. I'm going to do it because I know it's for the community. And blessings started coming. And I didn't know who I was going to talk to. I didn't know how I was going to get the gifts out. But 2 of them attracted themselves to me. 2 of the people, they just naturally attracted themselves to me. One girl accidentally bought me lunch, and then another lady, her groceries got sent to my house. So that was an experience. And what I want to end with is, in the moment, as I was experiencing being uncomfortable, I went in logically thinking, like, this is going to be so uncomfortable. Like, how am I going to find these people? Like, even though they're right here in my neighborhood, just saying all this stuff, I ignored it. But in the moments of being uncomfortable, doing things that I normally wouldn't do, I got to experience just such a beautiful moment and connection and presence. I was so present. I wasn't worried about what after this I gotta do that, or it took me maybe like an hour and a half to do this whole process, but it just felt so beautiful because I was focused on how can I connect with these people? What do they need from me? You know what I'm saying? I was just really focused in the moment, and I was super present, and it was just a great experience and a great moment. So that is my being uncomfortable. And so I just invite you all, like, I don't know what your goals are. I don't know, like, what you're looking to do, but what my experience is, as long as you do it with an open, hey Don, how you doing? As long as you do it with an open heart, and do it, from a place of love, things are going to work out for you. What's your experience? What experience have you had being uncomfortable this week, David?
Did you talk? Your thing was going so choppy. I'm like hyper focused on what you're saying. Like.
That's so weird. We gotta figure this out.
I'm being like, so again, because I was actually a witness of what you just said as well, because I was on the phone with you. But it's funny because, like, that kind of concept of being like being uncomfortable, being uncomfortable. It's kind of a paradox because being uncomfortable it actually brings more comfort to your life on the back end, because like most of the time, all of our lives, we're just following a system where we're being something that we may not even truly be. So it's like so breaking free from that, like getting uncomfortable, doing things that we think are unnatural, but in reality are natural. Just
That's
like,
so good.
Talking to someone,
Yeah.
talking to your neighbors, like, why is that uncomfortable?
Woo!
You know,
Get on me now.
like sharing something, sharing your mission, sharing your vision with people that could probably benefit from that. Why is that uncomfortable?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like now we get into that realm where we're like, we have to ask ourselves these hard questions and really like manage what we're actually telling ourselves, you know, managing what people are telling us and saying like, okay, is this right? Is this just? Like, is this benefiting my mind? Is this helping me or is this hurting me?
Yeah.
And like and all that, and as we grow, we have to keep asking ourselves these questions because I mean, I even ask myself these questions sometimes every day. I was like, why did I not do this at that moment before? But like, it's not as much as before, but like, because the more you plan, do review yourself, the more you evaluate yourself, like, just evaluating our character, you know, like, are we like, who are we being as people in front of the scene and behind the scene?
And you know what?
Are we integral to what we want for ourselves? Are we integral to what we want for others? You know what I mean? And how can we do that a bit more, or a bit different, or a bit more authentic? And so Zay was doing something which was like, it felt uncomfortable. It felt like it was holding her back because she didn't want to do it. But the reality was different. The reality was, she was sharing some plants, so someone's gonna get some extra oxygen in their house, you know. You know what I mean? Like someone's gonna get like a nice car that they never seen before. I never seen.
They were so cute. Yeah, I wish I had an extra phone so I could show y'all these. Let me see. They were so cute.
Like, whose life can you change today? Is what Zay answers that question by giving.
Yeah.
And so we see in these ancient texts, we see them everywhere, like giving, like you can't receive and not give. You can't give and then not receive. It just doesn't work like that. And it just doesn't. And
sometimes, like, I just had it in my mind. I'm getting to know 3 of my neighbors, and I'm gifting them. And one of them happened just in time, and then the other one, like, I did free lunch, y'all. I was just like, look at the universe. It happened like even before I went outside, but I was so determined and so committed. Going back, I was committed, and the universe felt my energy and my it skyrocketed. I was like, I am going to meet 3 new people. I'm just going to give them and meet them, and lunch is on my door, y'all. When we are again. And you know what? To even challenge just being uncomfortable, because you're right. Like, why am I uncomfortable connecting and loving on other people? If that's what my message is truly about, right? How am I going to be out here like, yo, let's be uncomfortable, let's connect. But I'm still like fearful and allowing it to hold me back. And you know what I'm saying? So, but, hold on, damn. Hold on. Okay, I was gonna say something else, but honestly,
gotta catch your thoughts now, yeah.
But honestly, y'all, I would just suggest, y'all, we have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose as long as we are being in that moment. I was being love. I was being community, right? Can you be community? I don't know. I was being connected to my community. I was being like generous, right? And so with that being said, I feel like as long as you are doing things that are in alignment with your vision for who you see yourself as and who you want to be, like, why are we afraid of that? Why are we afraid of that?
And it's like, is it going to bring more light and love to like every aspect of your life? So, you know, when they say like, love is patient, love is kind. Okay, sure. That may be the case. How are you being kind? Being kind to your family? Are you being patient with them? Are you being patient with yourself? Are you being kind to yourself?
Yeah.
It's just these questions that once we just like take a 1 minute with ourselves.
Yeah.
Take a minute, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then how can we, once we asked ourselves that, how can we just really apply that? Because again, it's like the giving. It's just like the giving and receiving. We're giving ourselves these questions. Now, how do we receive the answers? We receive the answers by doing it. By doing. We get the clarity by taking action, right? Is it?
Yeah, but it and you know, it's so cliche,
and we just with that simple act of buying the plants and giving. Yeah. You got more clarity on yourself.
Yeah, and to be honest, I had no idea. Whenever I said it, I didn't know what I was gonna give these people. I didn't even know how I was gonna meet these people. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was playing small. I was like, whoever come outside, I'm gonna walk up to them. but I did have to knock on one door, but the other two people came to me. Yeah, and it's B do have. Who are you being? Who, you know? At the end of the day, y'all, we have nothing to lose, and it's just such a beautiful thing. I feel so refreshed. I feel rejuvenated. I'm gonna be honest, like I said, with all this work that I've been doing on myself, for the first time, I feel free. I feel authentic. Like, I felt like I was always authentic, but I'm gonna be real, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. There were parts of me that I was holding back. I was like, man, I don't know if I can say this or do this, but now, y'all, you know what? I don't know what y'all gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Zay, tell them what type of woman you are. Tell them. Let's let them know.
Y'all, I created.
I'm gonna stand back. I'm gonna sit back for this. Let's let the world hear.
Yeah, I created a contract for my life over these past. I created a contract. Like, I wrote a contract to myself, for myself, and my contract to myself, for myself. Y'all ready? Okay. So, y'all, I have committed to myself that I am a free, loving, connected woman. I am a free, loving, connected woman. And in that contract, what that pretty much means to me is that I am committed to being free and being loving and being connected. And that's how I'm going to live my life. And whatever feels real to me in that moment, I'm going to just be it. I'm going to embrace, you know, the emotions and not suppress them. Or, you know, I'm going to embrace, like, the being uncomfortable. Like, some things that, like, my heart is telling me, hey, like, do this. I'm going to just do it. And I'm going to be free about it. And I'm going to just open up to lessons and not classify them as mistakes or failure. Like, so that's what that means to be that. But that's a contract that I wrote to myself last week, and I'm gonna live it. I'm gonna be it. I'm gonna do it. And so I'm just super excited for where we go next as a community. Devin and I, we have, y'all. I know. I said that, you know, that I was gonna and I am, like, we're building some automations with our platform and stuff. Like, we still working, even though we don't come on social media every day on our feed. We definitely, you know, post stories, you know, every day. And we still here, but we doing some things in the background, because over the next couple months, y'all are gonna actually see what we've been working on, and we're super excited. And I'm like I'm like all over the place right now, because we did not have a script. I didn't even know I was gonna go live today, but I really just felt like, you know what, I need to connect with my community. Like, I really want to continue to connect with y'all and to grow with y'all and to love on y'all and to help lift y'all up any way that I can. And let's get to the next level. And I'm talking to Instagram right now, but I'm also talking to Facebook and YouTube, because we have a lot of things in the pipeline. It's just a lot of legal stuff. A lot of we just hired a new virtual assistant, so, you know, because we leverage. So we hired our first employee. So it's a lot of things happening, you know, in the background, but we still working. And there's a lot of things that we're gonna bring to y'all that I'm super excited, you know, for y'all to help leverage as well. Like, we want to help put y'all on and help just show y'all different opportunities and different ways to help y'all achieve total freedom in your lives as well. What else you got?
Yeah. And so, like, even I just want to leave with everyone as well, like, ask yourself, like, how do you get comfortable being uncomfortable, you know? Like, and I was like,
Devin, I gave you my eyelash.
Get an understanding of what being uncomfortable means. Like, being uncomfortable means like getting unstuck. It means releasing those limitations of you, releasing those beliefs, those stories you've been telling yourself. It's like releasing like those emotions. And then behind all those layers, that's where you find the comfort. Because behind those layers, that's where you find the reason why you're doing it. Okay. So then now you can do more of what you need to do, because you're only operating in that mode. You're operating in that free, loving, connected mode. Mm-hmm. You're operating in that mode where it's like you're driven by your commitment. You're not driven by like
good job.
How you're just feeling one day and feeling the other. There's a higher purpose to what you're doing in every aspect of your life. So just embrace what that short term comfortability might be, and understand the long term vision behind that. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way as well, because it's been a long few years of personal development, really working on myself, and I really committed to working on myself along these years, and having to. There's so many things I've had to adapt to, and like hone in more, and that's being connected to more people, like really understanding other people's lives, understanding my life more and how it relates to theirs, and all these different things, and really operating in that present moment. Because in that present moment is like often where you get all your answers, and so being present with people, you can understand where they're at and where they want to go. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to go off on a tangent, but understand what you're doing, understand why you're doing it, mm-hmm. and then if to get uncomfortable, the how will follow. The how will come.
Yeah, don't worry about the how.
Just understand why you're doing what you're doing. When you're getting uncomfortable, what you need to do, or what you are doing, that's going to allow you to get over that hurdle, and you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
Yes, so y'all definitely let us know, like, y'all, we are almost into 2023, and so let us know, like, what are some things that y'all are committed to completing before the new year, y'all. I mean, you know, as far as like getting uncomfortable, you know, y'all, it's nothing but blessings that can come from it, right? You know, as long as we are doing it, you know, to uplift ourselves and our families and our community, like we shall reap what we sow. Well, we always gonna reap what we sow. It may not be from where we sow, but it's always what we sow, right? So with that being said, y'all, what are you open to committing to getting uncomfortable over these next few months? And just make sure, and I would say the biggest thing is just to remember that you're always committed. Just change your commitment. So if you committed to being mediocre right now, we have mediocre results, right? If you committed to having low energy, we have low energy right now. If we committed to, you know, not being healthy, our results is that we're not healthy right now, right? I mean, it's just the reality. We can't fight it. It's just, this is how Earth is. This is how planet Earth is. So what commitments are you committed to in order to get uncomfortable for the next few months? They say it only takes about 90 days to change your life. You know, changing our habits into getting the things that we want. So over the next 90 days, what can you commit to that is uncomfortable for you so you can get to the next level? So definitely let us know in the comments below. And if we could be of assistance to you, we would love to see how we can bring value and help you on your journey as well. So with all that being said, y'all, we shall see you on the next video. And y'all, enjoy your life, be your best self, go out there, love, and share your gifts, y'all. Love is not love until you give it away. Ooh, that's gonna be my new outro. Love is not love until you get away. Joy is not joy until you give it away. Energy is not energy. A lot of people think, oh, I don't have any energy. That's because you got to create it. Like if you don't have energy, like create it within yourself. Get your ass up and jumping jack something. Do something to create energy. Like where please tell me, you gotta create it, y'all. You gotta be it. You gotta be it. You gotta express it. That's how you have the things, right? So let us know in the comments, what are you going to commit to over these next 90 days in order to do and have the life that you want going into 2023. We will see y'all on the next video. And if y'all missed me and Devan, we used to do that was that Thursdays, Bay Day Friday. They used to be on Fridays. Look at Don. Don said, yeah, y'all need to do some jumping jacks over here on Facebook and Facebook and YouTube, because y'all not commenting like Instagram they be on it, right? But Don said to do some jumping jacks. She said to change your physical state. Absolutely, Don. Abso-freaking-lutely. What did I just ask you to be? I just said something. I don't remember. Anyways, y'all, we will see y'all on. We used to go live every Friday together. Remember? Was it Fridays or Thursdays? At first it was Thursdays, then we changed it to Friday. Y'all, let us know if y'all want to bring back me and Devan doing Total Freedom Thursdays, where we used to go live together and talk about. We used to talk about all kind of things, and we're gonna bring some more content on that, like being in an international relationship, being in a healthy relationship, just doing business together as a couple, and just being all kind of things. So this is my last outro, y'all. Love is not love until you give it away. So go love somebody, right? People out here hating for no reason. We can go out here and we can love people for no reason, right? And so we will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day.
Hey guys.